All right, we are here in Irvine, California, home of Saints Camp, home of the Saints for the next 4 weeks. The Saints facility back in New Orleans is being renovated. This also gives them the opportunity to get out of the Gulf Coast heat. It's 80 degrees, nice, comfortable here at camp, and we have 5 takeaways. Takeaway number 1, how far Clint Kubiak can take his offense in his first year as the coordinator here will ride largely on how the offensive line plays. No two ways about this. Losing Ryan Ramczyk for the year was a massive blow. Forced some shuffling. So Trevor Penning goes from left tackle to right tackle. Talise Fuaga, the team's first round pick, is now installed as the team's starting left tackle. And it even looks like Nick Saldiveri, the 4th round pick out of Old Dominion, is trending to start at one of the guard spots. How those 3 guys come along will likely determine how well the line plays. How well the line plays, again, likely determines how far Kubiak can take the offense in year 1. Takeaway number 2, if there's one way that you should look at the difference between the old offense and the new offense, is to look at the complexity of it. Over the last 20 years to great success, Sean Payton, Drew Brees, Pete Carmichael kept adding and adding and adding without subtracting a lot, because that's the way you get the most out of that type of quarterback. And even while they had a quarterback who could handle a lot of volume in Derek Carr last year, it became harder and harder and harder to integrate young players in the offense. So the hope is what Kubiak's going to bring is something that's a little bit more user-friendly, that's easy for the players but hard for opponents, and that'll allow them to get younger players on the field and playing fast, quicker, and create a faster offense around Derek Carr. Takeaway number 3, if there's another position group that is going to be a determining factor in the Saints season, it's probably the defensive line. The Saints know what they have in Cam Jordan. They know what they have in Carl Granderson. How guys like Peyton Turner, Isaiah Foskey, Brian Brzee, and Chase Young play probably determines where the defense goes, because they feel good about where they are at linebacker. They feel good about where they are at safety. And it's probably not overselling it to say that where the Saints go and whether they can get back to the playoffs depends on those 2 lines, on the defensive line and the offensive line. Those 2 groups play well, Saints have a shot to get back in the playoffs. Takeaway number 4, there's still a lot to sort out at the receiver position here. Now, they do feel like they've got their number 1 in Chris Olave. They challenged him this offseason to get bigger and stronger, better on contested catches, better after the catch. And while it's hard to tell before the pads go on, it looks like he's made those strides. What it looks like around him, though, still a lot of uncertainty. So sorting that out for the next month or so, really, really important for the Saints. And finally, takeaway number 5, tell me if you've heard this before, the Saints are excited about Taysom Hill. And in particular, what getting a fresh set of eyes on him and Kubiak and his staff is going to do for Hill. So could be intriguing in the different ways that they use Hill this fall. I'd expect to see him all over the field when the real game starts.